Okay, folks, I have a treat for you right now. This is Sean Broderick at the Metals Investor Forum 2018, and I'm Ivan Bevic. God, this guy is a legend in the industry. Yes, you are. Do not try to deny it. All right, Orion Resources, man, this company is the gold explorer with all the big, rich projects, and he's going to give you the quick rundown on what the company is doing and where it's going this year. Ivan, could you speak to the viewers?
Sure, yeah. We have 7 projects. We created a gold exploration portfolio on the back of a really big success, Caden, in the middle of the bear market.
Yeah.
But not only did we go for really good projects, we went for great people, and that's what helped us define it. We went after a lot of ex-Newmont global exploration geologists, and if you work at Newmont for 20 years, or 30 years, your needle that you're trying to move is one for Newmont, not one for a junior. So imagine being in a market where everything's just decimated, everything's on sale, and picking your favorite large-scale projects and putting them into a portfolio, and now we get to go and explore them. So 7 projects, we're drilling our 3rd project as I sit here with you today. We drilled a huge hole the other day. We hit a 200-meter wide zone that could run. Obviously 50-50, there's no assurances, but it's
Where was that?
This was in our Huillacoyo project, southern Peru.
Right.
Here's what's exciting about it. There's a mine next door. It's mining at about $313 cash cost per ounce. They're mining half a gram. That's incredibly low cost for a producer. Drilling potentially gram, half gram, gram rock in that neighborhood is all value. When we were drilling this hole, we thought the target would end at 250. The hole kept going down to 400 meters. We have about a 200-meter zone of sporadic, a lot of the right rock, hydrothermal breccia, massive silica, what you're seeing in the holes above that run gold that's a gram plus. And so we're really excited about that. This could be our first big discovery hole out of the portfolio. We're going back to Committee Bay in about 8 weeks. We're going to go drill underneath the Ivik discovery that we made last summer.
Yes.
That was slightly missed, I think, on an understanding part, but real simple. We drilled 1 hole into a 7-kilometer long structure. A lot of gold shedding off this structure in boulders, a lot of gold shedding off of it in tills. And the hole we drilled at a high-grade portion of 3 meters of 18 grams. A lot of people think, so what? It's 3 of 18, it's good, but it's not great. The first hole in Meliadine was 2.5 meters for approximately 14 grams, so this is a bit richer. And they ended up with 11 million ounces of 7 grams. And by no means am I saying that they're going to be identical, but both
it's still early days.
Both are shear zones. They both have a similar signature. The analogous model would be that, and we'll see. Time will tell. But when you have 7 projects in a portfolio and you go into these things, it's going to take 1 project to make the portfolio come alive. Right?
Yes.
Everyone knows us for Committee Bay, but a lot of people don't know us for Sombrero yet. It's a project next to the Las Bambas mine, which was bought for $5.8 billion in 2014, and tons of clusters of multi-gram gold, multi% copper, huge structural components. We've trenched 53 meters of almost 2 grams with 14 meters running 5 grams, never been drilled. 20 kilometers of limestone intrusive rock contacts and high-grade gold and copper shedding off of that. It's giving us a look that would rival what could be up at Committee Bay. These are some of the big ones that are going to be worked on this year. Right now we're in Peru on Huillacoyo. We thought it was a smaller, very valuable oxide target, but this hole just opened it up to be a major structure that could potentially host a lot of ounces. So really exciting times for us.
Well, that is quite exciting. Well, we've mentioned 3 of your projects, and I think people would really like to know what the other 4 are.
Sure. Homestake Ridge in BC.
Right.
This is 1,001 ounces approximately of 9 grams per ton gold silver equivalent. Golden Triangle. Best hole in the project before us, obviously, was 73 meters of 21 grams per ton. That's one of the best ones I've seen in my career around the business. In terms of that, we went up there, we started drilling it for the first pass. We tried 2 out of 8 targets to make it bigger. We had some success in the last few holes of the program on something called South Reef. It's parallel to the main zone that has the 73 meters of 21 grams. Same plunge, same direction, has a nice geochem anomaly on surface. We only got a couple holes into it and it's trending towards the same direction, so a lot of room to potentially hit a parallel main zone of what exists there already. We've done MET. It's got incredibly good recovery, so that's another project that boasts a lot of immediate value to the portfolio. The ones I haven't spoken yet is Baños del Indio. This one's not too far from the one we're drilling right now. This would be an analog to a La Coipa. Huge hydrothermal breccias, big target, huge silica cliffs, like 200-meter thick silica ledges. with light, very diffuse mineralization. We compare it to the Solaris mine at Goldfields has. They had 50 ppb gold in the silica on top, and then they went down, drilled through it. They got into a 4-gram deposit, 3-4 million ounce of 4 grams. Yeah. But the footprint is massive. This is big structures, the 5-10 million ounce look. That's what Banyos del Indio is. And then Gibson McCoy, which we acquired in the beginning of last year. This is a huge greenstone belt right next to Meliadine up in the Arctic. Huge bend in the belt. We like to look at it as an analog as Musselwhite. You know, and Goldcorp's a shareholder. They've obviously agreed that it looks like that at a very preliminary stage, but had a chance to do some tills. Gold showed up everywhere it should, but no, 7 big shots and really going for it here. If we start to get onto a discovery in the hole we just drilled in Peru, which will come out in mid-February or towards the end of February, then we're going to be in a whole different realm. All the exciting upside at Committee Bay, Banyos del Indio, Sombrero, Gibson McCoy, that all becomes free because you have one asset that starts driving value for shareholders and insures everybody against the downside risk of not hitting for a while. So that's what we're looking forward to right now.
Well, it seems like you have an embarrassment of riches, and I don't know how you decide what to chase next. I mean, that's just way too much stuff. But let's give people the stock symbol.
Stock symbol's AUG. We trade on the New York Stock Exchange as well as the Toronto Stock Exchange, right. And both markets there, yes.
And what's the big news you think we'll hear from your company this year?
I think the immediate in the next 30 days, the drill hole we drilled, it's the biggest width of rock that could run that I've drilled in my career in the last 19 years. It's saying a lot because we've had a 5 million ounce discovery. We sold a project to Agnico Eagle where we had a lot of really good drill results. Time will tell, but following that, drilling in Committee Bay starts last week of March, and that will continue to more drilling in Peru and just nonstop. And we decide our programs based on logistics and access. Peru, you work through communities to gain access. In Canada, you work through seasons, but we basically have a drill turning almost every month of the year. So non-stop drill results, non-stop big shots being taken. If we're onto it here in February, the game will change considerably for us, and all those big projects become a free ride along a great discovery.
Wow, that is just really exciting. I wish you guys continued success because you're obviously having plenty of it. Is there anything you'd like to add before we go?
You know, the last quarter was tough. It was tough on gold equities, and we all saw the cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoins do well.
Yeah.
I think that was the toughest quarter I got to endure in the last 15 years, and I say this because it was unexpected. I don't mind a softening in the gold price or the gold equities price actually did well, but the takeoff in the cryptocurrencies was what kind of really impacted us gold shares. What I will say though is if you look at all the gold juniors, the gold equities, our peers and where we're at, everybody's still at a discount of where they were last year, but the gold prices moved considerably. So there's a big lag on equities, which gives a tremendous opportunity. So we're taking big shots. It may take us a while to get into a major discovery, but I think as you see higher highs in the gold price, higher lows in the gold price, I think eventually equities are going to catch on and we're headed to a really robust market. So it's the kind of market that you want to go long in soft pockets of the gold market, and that's what's been presented. So good timing.
Great. Well, I like this company a lot because they chase big district-sized targets and they seem to be having a lot of luck doing it. So stay tuned, watch Oren, they are onto something and it is going to be big. Thank you very much for viewing. This is Sean Broderick at the Metals Investor Forum 2018.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.